bringing up a fourth down. An empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And a pretty good burst there as he get this across midfield and down to the 46. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll go play action here with Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion, got the job done for a first down.
They run straight ahead and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. The Jets had 8 and 5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We're scoreless after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense able to stop this guy, unable to.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll find Hall. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Drop 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Straight ahead is Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And able to find Alan Lazard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard, 43 yards.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fourth down. Stroud going to try to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Texans.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Stroud. Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Able to fight through one tackle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Texans 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Loose inside the 30.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 24.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Second and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Jets just continue to roll.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. On the move past the 40.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with a start.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Stroud off the play fake.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of it.
Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Motion man left is Lazard.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Let's take it inside his own 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Flush to his right. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short, so they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Stroud looking to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down, Houston.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Stroud keeps it.
And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Damian Pierce. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
That's the score, Jets 38, Texans 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready, set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take it.
They look the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Lawrence. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelce.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Wide open receiver complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
The Jaguars at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Rolling to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. So he stopped for no gain. And now third down and 6 to go. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On for the field goal.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And their first down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Etienne up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
This will be a 34-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. bring it up second down and a bit farther.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Chiefs 14, Jaguars 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On the 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
Missed.
He will not go down. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is up to 18 now.
Jaguars 3. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
At the 41-yard line.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16.
26 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
3-yard line. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Touchdown!
Rashee Rice with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jaguars 3. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence
Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
straight ahead, ETN.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And quickly they get to the line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. 64 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Mahomes going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chiefs stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drop. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here.
At the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
82 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chiefs 42, Jaguars 10. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. Powers through him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Lawrence will throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.